Hello everybody, welcome back to another episode in iCraft. Let's see, in between this one and the last one, I've actually been doing a lot of stuff. So I'm going to start out by showing you all that. To begin with, I've sort of replaced a couple pillars there with dried kelp blocks, but that's not the impressive bit. I've also begun to plan out our outer wall, and I think it's looking pretty cool. If you have any suggestions, of course, you can feel free to leave them in the comments section, but I think I like this one pretty nicely, or I think I like this one pretty well. I've sort of got it going so that I could choose to either do it in segments that are inflexible or sort of bend them halfway through like this. I haven't quite decided which way I want that. Probably the more flexible bending one. However, on top of that, I've also done something with this hill over here, and this is the one I'm pretty pleased with because it'll allow us to actually start doing stuff. It is a super smelter. It's a really easy design. I've got a tutorial for this one actually. It's probably in my redstone playlist if you want to take a look at that. But the way it works is you just put the fuel in this minecart, put the stuff in this minecart, hit the lever, and it'll fill it up with fuel or stuff and take the stuff out automatically. Yeah, it makes perfect sense when I explain it like that. But it's pretty cool. It works very nicely actually. Very pleased with that. And I am going to probably make a nice house for that in this episode, or something akin. Or we could also work on the palace. I do like the palace, and I want to work on it. After all, I need a courtyard to start giving rousing speeches from, and that's so far that's the best we've got. I also need a bunch of adoring citizens, of course, but those will come later. All right. Well, I think that's probably all I need to show you for this clip. I do want to probably do something with this kelp farm as well, but that won't be this episode. Basically, I just want it automatic because we're going to be using a lot of kelp, and I don't want to be punching it for the whole season. So we'll need something in that department. But yeah, I need to figure out which of those projects I'm going to do this episode. Probably the house, but you never know. I might get excited about something else. So to start it off, I'm going to clear out a little bit of area around here, just so we're not constantly fighting against the terrain. And we'll probably fill most of it back in anyway. But besides, I need some way of getting back into the wiring, and I need some way to get back here that's not ugly. So I need a tunnel anyway. So I shall hopefully end up making that. I do plan on adding a lot more hoppers and furnaces, but currently I don't have the ability because I'm a little short on iron, or at least I was when I was making it. So that'll have to wait for another day. Maybe I'm also short on wood. Either way, I'm not doing it right now, so we will have to wait for that. I have put this in such a way that it's poking out from the wall though, so we don't need to dig too far in. All in all, I think that should be enough. Now, I do want to try and make this, but Jen has just messaged me and I need to help her out with something, so I'll be right back. So then, we have a little bit of stuff started already. We've got mainly a floor was what I wanted to do in between these two clips, but we've also started a little bit of wall and indeed some decoration. But that's not obviously going to do it, so we need to figure out what else we need to do. I sort of went for these slat windows, and I made this one bigger, just for asymmetry, variation. For more of that, though, I was trying to figure out something we could do with these corners to make them less exactly the same. I failed, so currently the plan is to make them all the same. And that's basically just a pillar in the corner, 2x2, and a bunch of these thingies going up the side. I think it ends up looking pretty good. Got a nice stone cutter here. Alright, need some more of this. Yeah, anyway. So I've got that, and we're obviously going to have to find somewhere to put this stuff. so that's going to be a thing. And that might actually cut over here, and if it did, we would probably remove these pillars, which wouldn't be a bad thing, actually. That would add some variation to the build. Plus, probably we don't even need them because there's a rather large sand hill right here. So that's something that might occur, the removal of those things. In the meantime, though, I probably need to keep working on the interior because I'm planning on doing the exterior last, as is traditional. And then probably something here. Well, yeah, obviously something here. But yeah, that's basically the up and up of what's been happening. Well, that's definitely some more improvements right there. I've got some more walls. Actually, I don't even think I showed you the first walls really. I sort of did. They were half there. Anyway, I've got this much better, much more planned out than in the previous clip, and I also have a nice sand flow going through the window here, as well as this little cavern here. And this is because we're going to need to place these mine carts in a different location. Right now they're kind of ugly, and I was thinking put the minecart so that it goes up against this block like this, and then just as a sort of gimmicky fun thing, we'll toss an item on it instead of flicking a lever. I think that'll look kind of cool and be kind of fun. And that's basically all I've done in between these two clips. It's not a huge amount. However, I'm afraid that's probably going to be it for today, this episode, because I actually had a couple things going on today and yesterday. They really limited the amount of time I could spend on this episode. So, despite that, hopefully you enjoyed it. We'll finish this off in the next episode, and it won't take too long. But hopefully you enjoyed this episode, and I will see you then. Take care, and bye-bye.